Grenade launcher is one of the best weapons you can get right now in the current meta of the game, and the build that I'm suggesting to you right now is based on this weapon alone, which is further supplemented by the supply pack. While the grenade launcher is powerful, but it holds 2 magazines, so you basically get a limited number of the grenades to throw at enemies. That is why you need the supply pack to restock yourself every now and then when you run out of the grenades. The reason I call this build a destroyer build or grenade launcher build is because it basically destroys anything and everything the shells land at. You want to deal a direct one-to-one damage? Good, use this weapon. You want to deal an AoE damage to acid spewers? Good, you do damage with this weapon. Whenever I see a small targets, I use the primary weapon, my SMG. This is also one of the best weapons you can use right now to clear small bugs and small to medium sized enemies. It also helps me saving the grenade launcher ammo to be used against big targets like the chargers or clearing out the egg nets and bug holes. You can see right now I'm using this SMG to clear out the small and medium sized terminates. You can pretty much get this weapon from the warbond. You do not need to buy the premium warbonds, and you can basically get this weapon at the level 3 or level 4 of the warbond tier, I believe. If you do not have this weapon, you can unlock SG225 breaker. This basically unlocks before the submachine gun that I just mentioned to you. This is also a good weapon to run with. Besides the primary weapon, I use the P19 Redeemer. It comes with a decent 80 damage and a capacity of 31 rounds. So whenever I run out from the mag, I switch to this weapon and use it. And when it comes to the grenade, I prefer G16 impact. It basically detonates as soon as it touches a target or lands on a target. As you can see, the fuse time is basically 0 seconds. The next thing you need in your loadout is basically the boosters. They help you and your squad mates get the passives. So for instance, I use this vitality booster. If you do not have this, you need to buy it, and it's one of the best boosters to play with, especially if you're going solo or in a squad and going on level 9. The next and the most important thing you need to go with the grenade launcher build or destroyer build is this armor set. The Democracy Protects is the best armor passive you can get right now, and this is also one of the passives that you may have found in the Premier Warbond battle pass. So you basically do not need to buy the premium warbond to get this passive. You can pretty much get this while you have the free one. The last thing that you need in your loadout is having 2 more stratagems with you. I personally use the orbital EMS strike and the orbital laser sometimes if there are like chances of more bile titans spawning on you. This mostly occurs when you fight on the 40 minutes mission compared to the 10 minutes one, as there are chances there are only 1 or 2 bile titans spawn. So I use that. If not, then you can go with the 120 MMHE barrage. That is also one of the good and useful stratagems to strike down small to large sized enemies. And that pretty much sums how you make the best destroyer build or grenade launcher build in Helldivers 2. I feel like most players are not using this weapon as they should be, because the higher difficulty levels are just unforgiving, and having this weapon with you just for the sake of crowd control or AoE damage is much more useful than the other weapons like the recoilless rifle. Even though that deals ton of damage, but the reload time of that rifle is just too bad to be using it as a main weapon like this one. So I prefer this one over any other weapon any day. Just pick your supply pack, pick up the grenade launcher, and basically you are set to go against even the bile titan, like I'm beating one down here. If you find this guide helpful, then please like, share and subscribe, and make sure you share this with your friends if they are not using this grenade launcher.